Am I too early to hear you rant about how PlayStation is the worst company ever and they are destroying the gaming industry by going digital in the crib? Croob? In the croob? Crib? In the crib? Playing digital games? In the crib?
I haven't bought a digital game. By the way, thank you for the 25 biddies. I haven't bought a game digitally since I bought the Switch. Because when I bought the Switch, I'm like, I'm gonna get my games physical for the Switch. I didn't. Like I started to, and then I'm like, I'm just gonna buy digitally. I'm an instigator. You are. you definitely like poking. So much that I'm gonna eat a Pringle. Anyway, I think it's I think the drama over the digital only in a few years is kind of been blown out of proportion. I get it. The people who want physical media want physical media. I get that. I 100% do. I'm not saying that it's not an upsetting news to hear. But in the same vein, I buy all my games 100% digitally. I have a digital only PS5. And even when I had the PS4, I only had 2 physical games for the PS4. But also, if you look at the sales numbers for who buys what more often, like there's a reason why GameStops close, right? They're not selling enough at GameStops in order for them to stay open, because most people, like majority of people, go digital now. So while yes, it's sad for the people who want physical that now would not be able to get it in a couple of years, like I get that, but also I think these like PlayStation sees that they're bleeding money because they're producing discs in order to hit demand, but they don't know how many people are going to get digital compared to physical. Like, yeah, they could kind of guesstimate, but they still have to put out discs that will at some point get tossed out. So I think they're just, it's a money thing. Like it's anti-consumer in the way where like the people who are diehard physical buyers won't be getting their physical media, but and I get like video game preservation and all that. And with this news, you could hope that they will be a little more relaxed on like licensing on games digitally. But if they're wasting money printing physical and then all the physicals are just going to be getting tossed out eventually anyway, like I get why they're making the move to digital only. It is a format, and because also like games are just becoming so large, that like bigger games aren't on the disc fully. Now it's not majority of games. Like I'm not saying it's majority of games, but it is just another. It's another era of dead media. You know, going from VHS to DVD, and you know, that kind of transition I think we are currently facing right now. And while I get why people are upset, I am not. I feel like it's been a little overblown when you actually look at the details. I find myself torn. I think it's bullshit because I like my physical, but then I laugh at people online saying they're done with console gaming and will go to PC. I'm like, that is also funny. It's like, oh well, fuck PlayStation. I'm gonna go get a PC. It's like, PC games haven't been physical in like 20 years. Like the last physical game I got was SimCity. Like the last series I remember going physical was like, yeah, you have physical copies of like Sims 3 and stuff like that, but like World of Warcraft is probably the last biggest physical game, right? With its expansions being physical. I think like PC gamers haven't touched physical since 2010. So the fact is like, yeah, fuck PlayStation for going fully physical. I'm going to go to PC, or fuck PlayStation for going fully digital. I'm going to go to PC where it's fully digital. Now, I do know that, the Steam store is a little more lax on licensing rules than, the Sony store is. But not to a degree where that is like... I don't think people think about that, first off. I think that's like a retroactive response. Like, oh, well, Steam's store's better. But, so like, if that's how you think, then sure, whatever. But, yeah, no, that's real funny. Like, I'm going to go to PC where it's all digital because I'm mad that PlayStation's going all digital. It's hilarious. See, and I don't care because I'm fully digital. I think a smart thing would be for them to say no more physical, but digital games will be cheaper like Nintendo does, but ain't no way they're doing that. Oh, yeah, Nintendo's been, like, Star Fox, digital was $10 cheaper, which is pretty cool. I got digital, I got it for $50 instead of $60. But like we said, they're not going to do that. GTA 6 is going to be $80. Digital only. Like, I get... It also depends on the company that is selling the game, like whatever contract they make with PlayStation. It's like, hey, I want to sell it for this much digitally, and then I'm going to sell the game $10 more physically. And they'd be like, all right, cool. The proceeds go however which way. But, yes, that would be a cool thing. It's like, okay, well, we're going to make it cheaper now because it's going to be all digital. Would be the smart thing to do to kind of like offset the no more physical. And also, like, people are, like, there is one comment that I saw about somebody who's like, hot take, this is a pretty hot take, but I'm actually kind of on the side of it, where it's like, if I buy a game for, like, $50 and I got, like, hundreds of hours on it, if they take it off the store and I can't play it anymore, I will still feel like my money was worth it. Yes, I can't play anymore, but the amount of time I had on the game makes it feel worth it. Like, just like, going to the movies or going to an event. Like, I paid the money, I got the experience, and then it's over. Now, is that ideal? No. You would want to keep your games forever. But then, to me, if a game is old enough in order for it to be taken off of a store, like the PS3 store just closed. That is 2 decades old, If a game is old enough for it to be off an online store, unless it's a developer just like pulled it from the store because of whatever, in most cases, if it's old enough to be not on servers anymore and not re-put on, like, newer servers, you could probably emulate it. Like, the PS3 store closing now just means I could, I'm just going to emulate PS3 games. I honestly, like, don't think it's going to be that much of an issue, personally. Like, people are dooming and glooming. Like... People are dooming and glooming, but I don't think it's like they think, the worst case scenario is going to happen. I don't think that's going to matter as much as people think it does.
I always love getting you to go on a rant, always providing insightful information. Have some more biddies.
Oh, I appreciate it, Moke. I'm glad